A federal lawsuit was filed in Atlanta where body cam footage shows Clayton County police officer Gregory Tillman breaking down a woman's door and slamming her to the ground after she refused to give a chess set back to a man who had moved out. All of this happened in front of the woman's son. According to news reports, this involved her friend's ex-boyfriend, who showed up claiming that he had left some items there, including a remote control and a chess set. He called 911 after she refused to let him inside her home. She believed that the man had previously been arrested on domestic violence-related charges involving her friend. The newly released body cam footage shows the officer banging down the door, shouting, and then using force against this lady, the homeowner. Her son was in the home at the time of the attack and can be heard on the body cam footage pleading with the officer. "Hey, sir, my mom's got health problems, sir." The video shows this officer kicking the homeowner's legs out from under her, forcing her to fall to the floor while the officer attempted to handcuff her. Ultimately, the officer was disciplined. The county's oversight board first voted to terminate him, but then they changed their mind and voted to give him only a 3-day suspension with some additional training. The original incident happened back in 2019, however, it just hit the news in the past couple days. So I looked up the pending case on Pacer and pulled a couple of the case documents. It looks like qualified immunity was denied to Officer Tillman by the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Georgia. And now the officer is appealing, begging the Circuit Court, the 11th Circuit, for his qualified immunity. I pulled the amended complaint and some other documents, and it reveals a few more details. Apparently, this guy called 911 saying that he had been, quote, staying at the residence. And upon this officer arriving, the homeowner told Officer Tillman that this man was no longer welcome in her home and that his belongings had been removed the day before. An argument between Officer Tillman and the homeowner then ensued. She asked for his name and badge number. He refused to tell her. At her request, the homeowner's son called for Officer Tillman's supervisor, who was now on his way. Officer Tillman then is alleged to have informed this guy who was trying to get into the house that he could come and go inside the house as he pleased until properly evicted from the house. The homeowner then announced that she was closing her door until the supervisor arrived. Instead, however, without saying a word, Officer Tillman pushed with his shoulder to prevent the door from being closed. She did manage to get it closed. Suddenly, though, Officer Tillman used his shoulder to break down the home's front door, literally out of its frame, forcibly entering the home. He grabbed the homeowner, wrenched both of her arms behind her body, swept her legs to the ground like Karate Kid. He then placed a knee on her back and roughly handcuffed her. So now the supervisor arrives. The handcuffs now are removed. The homeowner is treated by EMS. She was cited on charges of misdemeanor obstruction and criminal trespass. I'm not sure whether by the supervisor or by Officer Tillman. Those were later dismissed. But after the supervisor arrived, he informed this guy who was trying to get in the house that he can't get in the house without a court order. When the supervisor asked Officer Tillman why he had knocked down the door, Tillman responded, quote, because we had the charge of criminal trespass and because he feared for his safety, because he didn't know what was behind the door. An internal investigation by the agency found that Officer Tillman lacked probable cause to arrest or charge the homeowner, and that she was within her right to refuse entry to both the officer and the guy looking for his remote control and chess set. As we've discussed many times before, law enforcement entries into our castles are presumptively unconstitutional. The only two exceptions are valid consent and exigent circumstances. Officer Tillman clearly did not have consent, nor were there any exigent circumstances, as the federal court pointed out in the order denying qualified immunity, which I'll post up at the blog, link in the description here. So there's a clear Fourth Amendment violation for the entry. And you can add another Fourth Amendment violation for the arrest that took place inside the home, both because it lacked probable cause and also because it occurred in the absence of an arrest warrant. Remember, even with probable cause, a police officer still must have an arrest warrant if he's going to arrest somebody inside their own home. Was there also an excessive force violation? As the court pointed out in its order denying qualified immunity, Officer Tillman's claim that the homeowner posed a threat to him is unpersuasive. Frankly, this is a pretty easy one too. He busted down the door and he attacked her. She just wanted to be left alone. He had no probable cause to believe that she had committed any crime whatsoever. And while there's always a possibility that any homeowner could be armed behind their front door, that's ever the more reason not to burglarize their homes. As always, thanks for watching. You'll find more information in the link below to my blog about this case at thecivilrightslawyer.com. If you have a video you want me to see, please use the submission link in the description or at the blog. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss future updates or videos. Please like, share, and comment about this video. It helps a lot. If you want to support the channel, please join on YouTube. There are a couple different options. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it. See you next time.